Why won't I always be right? And why is that the point? Now, if you haven't watched the videos that are talking a little more about where the idea of Studio Raphael came from, I recommend that maybe you check that out first. It'll at least give you a little bit of a backstory as to what's going on here. But I just wanted to cover this because I feel like it's important to remember that I am a constantly evolving individual as well. You know, I make a video, I sit with it, a week later, maybe, I have a different idea, my perspective slightly changes. When I'm making these videos, I'm basically just approaching it with where I am in the moment. I'm just trying to talk about where I am, what I think about it, and I'm basically just trying to create the conversation about these questions. You know, I made my video about spiritual awakening, I make my video about synchronicity. Stuff changes, stuff happens. And I am a constantly developing individual as well. You know, for me, this process is extremely important, and I guess something that I can say is that, you know, I spent a long time delaying myself from making these videos in general, because I kept on saying to myself that I needed to be a certain way, or I needed to be of a certain mind in order to be able to create these videos. But then I realized that the more I sat in that, the more I just delayed myself from doing anything. So instead, my approach is that I am a constantly evolving individual. Every video I make isn't gonna be perfect, but it's just gonna be where I'm at the time. That's the point of my discussion, so that way we can continue talking about it from there. At the very least, for me, the important aspect is that the idea is brought up, the question is asked, and then we are able to continue forward with that. Once the question is asked, we've put that energy out into the universe. We've said to life itself, you know, this is something I'm interested in. Now I'm looking for answers. And I'm not saying that my answers are going to come to me overnight by any means. I understand that my answers are going to come to me over time as I develop and as life happens. You know, I'm a continuously developing person. But that's the point, is that I'm not perfect where I am, and I don't think I'll be perfect 5 years from now or 10 years from now or ever. I am constantly learning. I'm constantly evolving myself. And for me, the important aspect of all of this is just asking the questions, getting the videos out there, and knowing that it's just where I'm at in my process and I'm learning as well. In some ways, it's a practice of self-worth, self-love, and realizing that, you know, you're constantly working on yourself. That's what it was for me. When I wasn't uploading videos, it's because I just didn't think I was worthy enough. I didn't think that my voice mattered. I didn't think my opinion mattered. And then I realized, you know what? Either I feel like that for the rest of my life, or I just do it. And so I'm just doing it. So, yeah. That's that. What's the question? So my question for you then is, it's a bit of an interesting one. My question is, how do you find comfort in remembering that you are a growing, developing individual and that you will always be? How do you find that appreciation for yourself in terms of where you are, where you're going, and creating that sense of respect for yourself that, you know, you're on a journey? And in some ways, if not all the ways, you simply just have to respect that, and you have to just continue to learn and grow with it and progress, and that's life, you know. So I hope you find that as an interesting question. This is just something that came to my mind because, you know, I don't want people to come on here and to think that I'm perfect or that I think I know everything. My goal is just to bring these things up so that way we can create the discussion and the conversation. So with that being said, like, comment, subscribe, get engaged, get involved with the Studio Raphael community. I'm super excited to have you here. I'm super excited to keep asking these questions and building and growing and see where we go from here. And yeah, my name's Aiden. Take care. Thanks so much.